everybody. So we are at the end of day one of our cruise out of Miami. We are out in the Atlantic right now. We have had a fun-filled day since we last left you when we were leaving port and cell phone service for that matter. We've had a great time. We've had a great time, and we've had a whole lot of food. And this is the start, right?
It's just the start. It's day one.
It is day one. I should have not eaten for about 3 days in advance of this trip.
They always say you come back with a cruise belly. It will probably be true.
Jeez.
We took some video to show you dinner, or you probably have already seen it by now. But dinner was great.
Dinner was amazing. I mean, you start off with the environment. You know, the dining. I don't want to call it a dining hall. What do you want to call it?
It's a dining room. It's a main dining room. Fancy
yeah.
main dining room on the ship.
Yeah.
And you have choices. So you can do an early seating at 5:30. I think you can do a second seating around 8 o'clock. And then you can do something called My Time Dining, which is you don't want the early or the late, and you kind of just want to try and make reservations at the different time slots that they might be able to fit you in. So
take your chance, right? I mean, I guess if you want to be super flexible with your evening, I guess it works out if there's a table there. I mean, while we were sitting there was a family that ate behind us who ate pretty quickly. They got up, they left, and they seated some My Timers right after that. Then the table next to us was open. Started off open, I should say. And they seated a family there. So, you know, I guess it works, but I guess you also take that chance that you may not get the table. And
you may not get the table, or you may not get the time that you want, preferably. My only word of advice to anybody that hasn't dined before or hasn't cruised before is get familiar with your ship and the entertainment offerings and your show times and stuff like that, because for myself and Jason, the later times would not have worked because of the times that our shows were happening. So we had to take the 5:30 dining. It only made sense so that we could have a really good, enjoyable dining experience and not have to worry about kind of flying out of there to get to wherever we had to be.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with the early dining, but I can absolutely see the appeal to some people that might not want to eat that early, or just wants to kind of wing their days and see where it leads them. So,
because you're planning you go in there and you're having a 3-course meal at least, right?
Yeah.
You know, you pick your appetizer, you pick your entree, you pick your desserts.
Yeah, and if you're really trying to enjoy your time, you can. I would say you can bank on almost a 2-hour experience, maybe quicker if you want to get out of there in lightning speed. But I would say we ate at a decent pace. We really enjoyed ourselves. We sat down just shortly after 5:30, and we were out of there about 7:15.
Yeah, a little over 90 minutes or so.
Yeah. So
from the time we sat down to the time we got up, it was we took time. We enjoyed ourselves, and to that extent, the food was amazing, right? So we did start off with appetizers. We each got an appetizer.
Yeah. So I got a roasted tomato soup, which was really great. It had like a basil pesto on top with croutons. It was really good. It was rich in flavor. I would say there was a little bit of spice of something in it. So word of caution, if you go to try it, you'll probably feel a pinch of heat on it. But overall, it was really good. It was definitely not like a tomato soup from a can. It was real deal, like made fresh. You could absolutely taste the difference.
And then I had the artichoke and spinach dip. And the chips were good. I was a little nervous at first that they didn't give me enough chips. I mean, they ended up giving me, what, I'd probably say 10 chips. And then, you know, probably about a standard size cup, about that big. And I wasn't so sure, but first off, the dip was great. It was good. Full disclosure, I haven't had a lot of artichoke dip in my life. Just hasn't really been a big thing, but tonight's was awesome. And then in the middle of it, you know, found an artichoke heart.
Yeah.
Okay, wasn't expecting that. And I can't say that I've actually ever had an artichoke heart before. Okay, it looks like a mushroom. It tasted like a light mushroom. I'm just saying.
I would disagree. It tasted like an artichoke.
If it looks like a mushroom, tastes like a mushroom. Anywho, it was good. I enjoyed it. I would get it again, and if I didn't know how much food was still yet to come, you know, I probably could have asked for like some more chips. It actually ended up nicely. You know, it was a good balance between the dip and the chips. So and
they probably do that to pace yourself too.
Yeah, and that's good because of what was to come.
Yeah, and what I'll say, and what we probably forgot to mention is, like, you start dinner off, they give you like an awesome basket of like bread and rolls and stuff like that. And if you've taken like a soda package, for example, or you have a drink package, you can take your card into the dining room and they'll provide you with all the same drinks that you would get somewhere else. So that's nice that you can go in, sit down, and have your soda package follow you in there, and you can just it's peace of mind that you're not paying every single time for a drink.
Even the bread was a bit varied. We had in the basket, it came with French bread, and it came with cheese and
buns,
pumpkin seed
bread,
which I have never heard or seen.
Yeah,
caught me a bit off guard seeing red or green seeds on the bread, but it was surprisingly delicious. Yeah. So sorry, entrees. No,
that's okay. Entrees. So we decided to just play with the menu a little bit tonight. We had a slow roasted prime rib. It's typically served medium. We had it well done because that's just our preference. So definitely wanted to do it that way because a lot of the steakhouses and that won't cook a prime rib well done. So that's a nice touch here. But at the same time that we were really eyeing the prime rib on the menu, there was like a southern fried chicken that had a Tabasco honey with it, and that was served with mashed potatoes and corn on the cob. My prime rib, I'll say, was super, super good, really great. And so was the chicken. However, the Tabasco honey that was supposed to be part of the southern fried chicken, I would say wasn't hot at all. They probably could have put a lot more Tabasco in the honey sauce. And honestly speaking, I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to spices. And I would say that I didn't even think it was hot at all. So, but overall flavor was amazing. Just if it was supposed to be a spicy kind of honey chicken, I think it slightly missed the mark there.
Yeah, I agree. First off, I don't eat a lot of prime rib. I've had my share, but I wouldn't say I'm a prime rib aficionado or anything of the sort. But it was good. It was everything that came on that plate, like you said. I mean, it was. If I'm going to eat a vegetable on a plate, it tends to be like broccoli, steamed broccoli, something of that sort. I thought the steamed broccoli that they gave us was good. The, what would you call it, a baked carrot, steamed carrot? What would you call it? The carrot. How's that? That was good. The mashed potatoes were good. Prime rib was good. The sauce was solid. And then the chicken was good too. I agree. Between the both of us, I always joke about I have the stomach of steel. I've had some of the hottest things on the face of this planet, I think. Done the one chip challenge pretty successfully, I would say. And I love spice because it's fun, but it's got to taste good. And so having some hot honey sauce, that was intriguing. But I agree. It was delicious tasting. It didn't have any kick that I would say if you're looking for something that's going to really have a bite to it, that's where to go. But hey, it tasted great. The chicken overall was pretty good. I thought it, for one of us living in the southeast United States today, having southern fried chicken on the cruise ship was funny in a good way, I thought. So great job, great pick there, babe.
Yeah, I would say that's the one really nice thing about Royal too, is that you can kind of do whatever you want in the main dining room. So if there's like 2 appetizers that you're interested in trying, they'll let you try it, multiple desserts. And what we did, it's not out of the norm there, or it's not out of the norm there. I mean, we both had our own entree, and then we sat the other one right in the middle of us, and it just gave us a chance to try, a lot of cool stuff on their menu. Dessert, I went with a solo dessert. I did just the key lime pie. I remember it from a prior cruise, and I was super excited to eat it again. It didn't disappoint. To me, it's like that perfect, like very tart lime taste to it, but the graham cracker crust is awesome. And they've got like a whipped cream topping on it. Just a really, really good dessert. And then you had desserts.
Well, I also had the key lime pie. I'm a sucker for key lime pie. I think it's great. So that was really good. It was really creamy. It probably wasn't the most tart key lime pie, but it was still delicious. Absolutely would recommend it. But I love peanut butter, and so I actually asked for a second dessert after the entree called. It was the peanut butter caramel, some of you might say, the peanut butter caramel bar, which looked, I would say, tasted like a Rice Krispie treat made out of peanut butter. Same texture, the color you'd expect. Again, it was good. I don't know if I'd say it was as good as the key lime pie, but that's okay. It didn't disappoint. And then we had a surprise.
Yeah, so we have an assistant waiter and a waiter that's just been awesome just on day one alone. Really, really friendly. Good recommendations, good suggestions. Definitely made sure that we were well taken care of all the way through the meal. And so the gentleman's name, our waiter, his name is Vivek, and he came by once he put our choices down for dessert and put the Boston cream pie in the middle of us and said, well, you got to try this too tonight because it's delicious. Yeah. And honestly, his recommendation was great. We shared that. Yeah. It's what you would expect from a Boston cream pie, but just super fresh and light, but yet like full of flavor. So
I agree. It was smooth. It was solid. It was good.
Yeah. And a nice surprise. It's always nice when they bring you something or ask you to try something, just based on like what they like or what they think is super good. So kudos to him for giving us something else to try. Yeah,
he's doing good looking out for us and trying to take care of us. So no complaints there. So so dinner was great. Dinner was amazing. Yeah. Dinner was filling. And then I would say we kind of look ahead to breakfast, but we kind of cheated a little bit tonight. We made a pit stop after some of our shows we went to, but we'll get back to that in a second. Let's talk briefly about our shows.
So I would say we had a super busy day one, just because based on show reservations and times and the days that certain things were happening. We had to take 2 show reservations on the first night, which was okay. I think it was like a really great start to a cruise. It was really fun. We had a show reservation called Blue Planet. Really cool show. Very talented artists, I would say. Lots of singing, dancing, acrobatics. It was just a really good, fun show to watch. So I was happy with that one.
Yeah, it was great. Colorful, talented singers, solid production. I consciously did not connect or learn anything about the show going into it. You walk into the auditorium or the theater, and you see a nice big screen with the words of what you're about to watch, Blue Planet, Home, underneath it. And I didn't know if this was going to be a movie. I didn't know if it was going to be a stage production. It wasn't clear to me, and it was a stage production, and it was fun. It was good. We did have a busy night. Each show was about 45 minutes, give or take, long, so it felt like you had a good, solid batch of entertainment in both cases. We'll tell you about the second one here in a second. And still could have a lot of time to enjoy other parts of the ship. So our second show was called Blades, which I gotta admit I didn't expect to see an ice skating rink indoors on the ship. And they had, I would probably estimate, 12 to 15 skaters, some of which had shared that they had been national skaters before. They're obviously they're skaters from all over the world to be a part of this production, and they were basically dancing. I think they did, when I say dancing, performing to, I'd say, probably 15 or so different songs of different eras and ages and whatnot. Some pop songs and some a little bit more classic songs. Super talented. Just phenomenal to see that on a cruise ship, right? And
just really fun to watch. They really hyped up the crowd, got people interested, got people just having a really great time. So there's not many times that you can say that you were at an ice skating rink in the middle of the ocean, but Allure of the Seas makes that happen. So fun fact, on your cruise on Allure of the Seas, you can actually do ice skating in that skating rink, but be prepared. You have to have a pair of long pants for it. So on a prior cruise, our group was told about that. They will not let you go on if you've got shorts or anything short. So you have to have long pants, either some kind of slacks, jogging pants, jeans, something. I don't know the reasons for all of that, but I would say it's obviously something safety-wise, and they just want to make sure everyone is safe. So be prepared if you do want to skate in the middle of the ocean.
Well, fun fact number 2 is I can't skate.
Neither can I.
So
we're not skating in the middle of the ocean.
We're probably not going to be skating, because otherwise the next one of these videos is going to be us saying hi with bruises and soreness, and who wants to see that? I don't. Yeah. So we won't be doing that. Doubtful about that. So we did that, and then we came out. We had a few minutes of
downtime.
I guess you
if you call it downtime.
Yeah, I almost said it. I kind of held back on that, but we had a few minutes of downtime, and then the party kind of kicked in at about 11:15.
Yeah. So one thing that I'll say Royal Caribbean does really, really good is they always welcome you on the ship, just a really fun way. Different ships do different things. Allure of the Seas does a disco Inferno, promenade party. So for about 20-30 minutes ahead of time, they just have a DJ that kind of starts to play the 70s hits and stuff like that while people kind of come onto the Royal Promenade. And then it's super cool, because at about 11:15, The party gets started pretty promptly, quickly, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone if you do have a chance to do this sailing, but it's a lot of fun, and you'll hear great music, and you'll get to meet a lot of your cruise entertainment staff, including your cruise director and your activities director, and you yourself will get into it and dance and sing and just have a really awesome time. So I think it's just a great way to welcome everybody on the ship and set the mood for a really fun sailing, and it wraps up right around 12 o'clock. So
it's the second time today. The first time was when we were getting ready to set sail and leave port, where you really see like the mass of everybody here just having a great big party, having a great time, dancing, we're playing music. It's just like everybody's in sync, just having a great time, and then that event, a lot of times obviously like you might be in the theater, you might be in one of the comedy clubs or the bars here or whatnot. Again, groups of people having fun, but that out there on the promenade, open space, I think a couple of shows on opposite ends of the promenade had just let out, and so it was just big, nice, unofficially coordinated mass of people all at once in this great big DJ music party of sorts, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. I will say this, cruise director, a lot of credit. Mark, I think is his name, and he is front and center. He was the MC of that event, and
lots of fun.
Yeah, he had already introduced himself a few times at the earlier shows, but he really was really into it. So kudos to him for being
we have a really
totally
good
into it.
we have a really good cruise director, activities director. The activities director was part of the whole dancing act that came out. So it was just awesome to see everyone having a good time. We didn't vlog that party. We decided to just really enjoy it. However, we did do some shorts of it. So I've got a few quick shorts of it that we'll get up on the channel as soon as we're back, because right now as we speak we have no internet. We're in the middle of the ocean.
We are sitting, we wanted to put together an update for you guys. We'll do this throughout this trip. We're sitting on the back of the boat right now. We're technically deck 16 right now, right?
We are on deck 16.
We are on deck 16, very back of the boat. It's so peaceful.
However, I think they've picked up some speed, because all of a sudden things are vibrating a a bit out here. So hopefully this isn't too jumpy all of a sudden.
Yeah, sorry about
that. But I'm just noticing it. I'm feeling it a little bit more now than when we first started setting out here.
I agree. Now that you mention, I'm noticing that too.
So tomorrow is
day 2.
Perfect day at Coco Cay, and I think we're both super excited about that.
Seriously.
It's their own private island. It's beautiful, and you get to spend the whole day there. So we've been told by the cruise director today that gangway's down at 8 a.m. and you don't technically have to be back on the boat until 5 p.m.
No.
So hoping for really great weather. So far, I think it's supposed to be really good, and then we will be able to enjoy the whole day. And there's lots of different beaches, different parts of the island to go to. There's a huge oasis pool on the island, so we'll have a lot to do. They do have excursions on the island. We have opted to not do one because we just want to get off the boat and explore and just enjoy and have a really good relaxing day. But for people that are adventure seekers and looking for a lot to do, lots of options, including a whole thrill water park, a big helium balloon that goes up in the sky. They do jet ski rentals, everything. So honestly, it's an island where there's something for everybody. So I think we're just really looking forward to that.
It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to spend the day. Can't wait to spend the day with you.
You
and
too.
blast together.
Absolutely.
It's super awesome. So, well, I think with that, I think we're gonna close up shop for tonight. Like I said, we got a busy day tomorrow, so turn in and start a busy day, and like I said, we'll capture a lot of fun moments, and we'll tell you guys all about it tomorrow.
For sure.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Everybody take care, and we'll walk with you later.
Guys.
Bye for now.